Good afternoon, everyone. I am glad that each of you have taken time out of your busy schedule to join us today on Fab News, coming to you live right here from the studio. I have the Honorable Mayor Teresa Ervin with us today, and she's going to just talk to us in regards to the storm. I'm going to bring her in on with us. Good afternoon, Mayor Teresa Ervin. How are you doing today?
Good afternoon. How are you doing?
I am so glad, first of all, that you took time out of your busy schedule to just come and share on our broadcast, as well as just letting the constituents know what is going on in Florence and what should we be able to look for. So this time, I'm going to let you, Mayor Ervin, just introduce yourself to the listeners, if you will. For those of you who don't know, this is our mayor.
Well, good afternoon. This is Mayor Teresa Myers Irving with the City of Florence. It's an honor to be before you today, and I really just want to talk with you and see if there's any questions because, as you know, we're experiencing the effect now of the storm and Ian, and I am really thankful for the teams that we have in place with our cities. Right now, at this moment, we have members of our city who are stationed downtown at the Florence Center to receive calls, but also our EMS emergency services and also our law enforcement. They're actually out driving the communities to evaluate the situations. And as many of you may know, we're experiencing some glitches in the lighting system. In other words, the traffic lights have been kind of flashing on and off at different times. Along Darlington Street, we have had officers in place to actually direct traffic. And it's for that one reason that I would encourage all of our citizens, if you don't have to be on the road, please stay home. If you're in law enforcement, EMS, and even the medical field, those are fields that require that you respond or be there. So if you're not in any situation that demands for you to be out there, please stay home so you can help our public servants stay safe at this time.
All right. So, man, I'm understanding that from the broadcast earlier. I talked with Florence Connie earlier, and they're looking for it to get a little rougher as the evening begins to draw near. And I heard that you said something that is so imperative that people, if you don't have to be out, just stay home. Um, I want you to just elaborate on that because I think one of the things that people don't understand the severities of being out in this weather. Number one, and them putting the emergency response team at jeopardy because they get into situations where the team don't have to be in and they put them in that situation having to come and rescue them. So if you will you just elaborate to the constituents, why is it so important for them to just stay home during these most difficult times?
Well, a lot of people see that it's raining, but they think if it's not a rain that's so strong that you still have visibility, they think they can get out and drive to see how things are occurring throughout the city. But what people do not realize, the city of Florence and the county, we are a flat territory. That means when you have a lot of water that comes in at one time, it takes time for that water to drain in. So when you have water that's sitting on the roadways and you're driving through it, you can actually hydroplane. That means your tires literally lose contact with the asphalt and you can go anywhere. You will cause an accident. You can get hurt or you can hurt someone else. But also when you have a large amount of rain, the trees, the roots get saturated and trees can fall. And a matter of fact, we have some trees that are down right now. So if you're out there driving around unnecessarily, what happens if a tree or something fall on your vehicle while you're driving? And so when you do things like this, you put your own self at risk. But when you have these accidents, then your EMS and public servants have to come out there to rescue you. So you can help by staying home and watching the news. So you can see the forecasters and also the journalists who are out there showing you the scene. So if you're curious about what's happening, look at the news. But please stay home because you can save your life and maybe someone else's as well. Water, hydroplaning, and trees falling. Those are dangerous situations.
Mhm. So, is there anything else that you would like to just tell the constituents? I thank you so much for what you and the emergency team have put together. I've been kind of working with them, just talking with them, and I think that you guys have a great master plan.
I'm not sure if you can hear me, but I think you froze up a little bit here on me.
Can you hear me now? I'm
I can
sorry.
hear you now.
So
Yeah,
I
well,
was saying,
mhm,
I want to thank you and the city for the wonderful job that you're doing. I've been out for a little while today, and I've just seen the police out. I've seen EMT out. I've seen them there, and they're ready to serve the people. And so I want to say thank you so much, Mayor, for your leadership and getting these teams together to make sure that we stay safe. And again, I came in because it's getting kind of rough out there. It really are. Traffic lights
mhm.
out, as you've heard the mayor say earlier. And I just want to again piggyback on what the mayor say. If you don't have to be out there, please stay home, please, because you can put the EMT and police and everybody in a situation that they don't have to be in, that they could be ready to serve somebody in the event of a real emergency that you could cause on yourself. I heard you say that there were lights out, traffic lights, and police are out, ma'am. So in your closing, I just want you to give the viewers who just tuned in, give them some instructions as to what should we be doing right now in the midst of this, because they're saying the evenings are going to get worse. As time progresses, closer to 5 or 6 o'clock is going to be kind of bad out here. So what should we do? What should they really be doing in this hour, Mayor?
What's important at this stage is you hadn't got the supplies that you usually might need in case of a power outage. It's too late. So you need to stay home and stay safe. But also, you might remember a long time ago, old people would tell you fill up some containers with waters. So if you need water, you have water available. You can actually fill up your bathtub with water. So if you need water to flush your commode, if you have issues there, fill up your bathtub. But I want to stress more and more, stay home, stay safe. We have our public servants who have to be out there. Several members of my family who are in the medical field and engineering field, they're on duty. So if you don't have to be on duties or provide services, your best service for your city is and for your county is to stay home. But also, when you're at home, if you need to call and check on, especially some of your seniors, call people and check in on them. And most of all, I keep saying stay home, watch the news. And if you have any radios or even your cell phone, you can stay up to date on the weather changes simply by going to the National Weather Service and follow that. Because the most key important thing, I cannot stress it enough. If you do not have to be on the roads, do not get on the road and stay in your home. Look out the window. If you need to sit on the porch, sit on the porch. But help us help you by staying home and calling and checking on your family members. And if anything you don't have right now, don't worry about it. This storm will soon pass over, and we want it to pass over without having any loss of life or major injuries. And I do want to stress and thank our city council, but most importantly, our city manager, our city staff, law enforcement, and EMS, and also our medical service personnel who are out there regardless to what the weather brings. So for me, the most important thing is to thank them and thank them for their service. And I want to thank our citizens by saying thank you for staying home, just like I am right now. And I'm a nurse, but I'm off today, so I don't have to be out there. So my fellow nurses, thank you for those who are on duty. We truly appreciate you and the medical staff, all that you're doing. And to the citizens of Florence and Florence County and throughout South Carolina, thank you for staying home and helping everyone else.
All right, thank you. There you have it from us coming to you live right here from Fab News. Mayor Teresa Ervin, our honorable mayor right here in the city of Florence. Thank you so much, Mayor, for taking time out of your busy schedule to do this interview. And I'm sure we'll be talking with you in a day or two to just assess the damage that was done after this was over and where do we go after this storm passes by. Again,
You're,
thank you so much, Mayor.
you're welcome, and I'm looking forward to it. Now, one thing I did not say, we do have some trees down, so if you're out there, be careful. Thank
All
you.
right. All right. Thank you again, too, Mayor.